look as good as yours. All right, guys, week 2 in the books with Cody. We pulled some audibles today. He's had a lot of riding going on the last 2 days for filming for some stuff. So we looked at his HRV. That's something I'm going to be giving you guys more information about. And basically it helps monitor Cody's stress level and how well he's recovered. And this morning it was in the yellow phase. And so we backed off from some of the stuff, which is why we did the sled drags and only really one weighted movement, but we made it into more of a stability exercise so that he had to really utilize everything. It sucked. I mean, like by the end of it, you were huffing and puffing pretty hard. So even though it was only 5 reps on each leg, I mean, what did that feel like for you? It was a little bit different than the split squats last week, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. The body was just jerking everywhere, and yeah, it was rough.
And so that's something that we're looking at. Again, that's a really advanced version. Cody's an extremely high-level athlete and the top of what he's doing. So we want to make sure that we're challenging his body in the ways that are appropriate to making him have to stabilize even more. One of the main focuses for us is hip stability and core stability for Cody going into the season. Again, just continuing to get him healthy and recovered from the long season that he's had. So the biggest thing that I can emphasize with any of our athletes, and Cody and I talked about this before, one of the reasons that we have teamed up with guys like Cody to put out workouts and clinics and things like that is because we can give all the technique tips via video and give you guys the greatest programs out there, but it's the coaching that makes the biggest difference. You know, there's so much that goes into it. You watch a guy like Cody ride and you're like, oh, okay, I see how he hits corners and I want to be able to do that, but for some reason it's not happening, and it takes a guy like Cody to be able to come out and coach you and look at it and say, this is what you're doing wrong. So, and that's how we are in our programs in the gym too. And I mean, I'm sure you've had guys help you along the way and come up with you and been like, this is where the technique's falling down. And that's what, you know, you've done with Joey and so well, to partly in why they've progressed so quickly was to have somebody that was giving them those pointers along the way.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't, I mean, sure, there's a ton of stuff that you figured out on your own.
Yeah.
And it took a lot longer. Yeah. And you're like, man, if someone had just said this one thing, I would have saved like 2 summers.
Yeah.
And so that's where, as a company, C2 Strong, we really believe that we are doing something different and improving upon everything is the coaching aspect. That's why we've teamed up with athletes like Cody to offer clinics and coaching that is not just, hey, here's your workout, or here's, you know, you can get that, you can buy that. Our workouts are great. I stand by everything that we put out there, but it's being able to interact with my athletes and pull an audible and be like, hey, we're going to change it up a little bit for exactly what he needs, and that interaction that makes coaching the most beneficial thing you could ever invest in. And it is an investment. For me, you know, trying to get into long distance motocross racing and stuff, and even going out and riding downhill, I don't like to do it by myself because I don't want to pick up bad habits. So I go out with Cody, even going with Joey. Yeah. You know, and like when I was with Joey last week, 2 weeks ago, I was like, what am I doing wrong? He's like, you're not doing anything wrong. You just need to go faster. I'm like, and so I was so stuck on the technique. Yeah. And he was right. As soon as I went faster, I cleared everything and it was smooth, and I was like, all right, sometimes it's that simple. Yeah. But it took a 14-year-old schooling me hardcore right there. And, you know, so that's what we do. And that's the wrap for today, and we will be back with you guys next week and fill in some of the conditioning we have going on.
Yo. See you guys.
Thanks. Is there any other way?